Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello guys, welcome again to this lesson of learning Arabic to speak as a native. The first lesson that we saw earlier was about presenting Arabic alphabets in isolation, as pronounced as letters, not within words. But this time, inshallah, we will see lesson 1, part 2, Arabic alphabet in words, how we write them in the beginning of the word, in the middle of the word, and at the end of the word. So stay with us to see this difference between writing these alphabets. Well, basically we are going to see about 2 letters each time. This is for the PowerPoint slides capacity, and also to avoid confusion if there is a big load of information presentation. So we're going basically to see this time just 2 letters, how they are written in the middle, in the end, and in the beginning of the word. And we will take 2 letters for each time. Well, we will start from the right to left. From the right to left, we will see the Arabic letters in Arabic. Fine. We will start like this, from right to left. We will see how it is pronounced as a letter in Arabic. We will see the English equivalent sound, and we will see examples, as you see now, examples of using them. So the first letter is Alif. This is Alif. It's pronounced Alif. When you are going to refer to this letter, say Alif as a letter in isolation. Fine. What is the sound which is equivalent for it in English? It is A as a letter, but the sound is going to be like A or E or O. Depends on variations. It can also be E. It can also be O, but basically A represents it in the first place. Now let's see how we write this letter in words. We have 3 places or 3 locations for this letter. It can come in the beginning, and it is written like this. The example, al-khubzu, 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 which means in English bread. Fine. When you have to write this letter in the middle of the word, it will look like this. It will be attached to the letter which comes before it, but it will be separated from the letter which comes after it, just like this in the example, babun. Babun, which means in English door. If you have to write this letter at the end of the word, it will look like this. It will be attached to the letter that comes before it. In certain cases, there are certain cases which is not attached, and we are going to see them, but this is like a basic presentation. So I'm not going to load you with all the information, but just as I said, this is intended to be a from scratch learning start. So we will take the basics, then we will come to profound things later. So this is it. For example, huma, which means they, for dual, for 2 in English. This is the letter Alif. Now let's move to Al-Harf, the letter Ba. In Arabic, it's pronounced Ba in isolation, and the equivalent consonant in English is B. B. Now let's see different locations and how it is written. If you are to write this letter in the beginning, it will be attached to the letter that comes after it. like baridun, baridun, which means mail or post office. If you are to write this letter in the middle of the word, it will be attached to both letters, the one that comes before and the one that comes after, just like this. Khubzun, khubzun, which means again bread. If you are to write it at the end of the word, it will look like this, a little bit like the original letter in isolation. Like in the example, khisbun, khisbun, which means fertile. I want to draw your attention to something like these things you see here on top of words. They are called diacritics. Diacritics, we are going to see them later, what is their function. Fine, but now just please focus on letters. Another thing, B or ba can be considered like a consonant. However, alif here can be considered as a vowel. It has different sounds, depends on the diacritic that comes with it. It can be like a, as we said earlier. It can be like e. It can be like o. Depends on the diacritic that comes with it. This is it, guys, for today's lesson. I hope you have enjoyed and benefited. If you like the video, if you like the channel, welcome, subscribe, comment, like the video, share it with friends, and expect 2 letters tomorrow or even earlier, inshallah. Blessings.